tips.
Yes, they're very random, but I think they're.
But you know how things come up and you're like, oh, I should tell somebody that, and then you don't. And then, so I wrote down. All right, so I'm going to do it like the countdown. Number 10 is if you do sponsor people, set up their training show, and a couple days later set up a practice show with them. Put it on your calendar, put it on their calendar. You do their training show, they do their practice show with you there. My girls have been loving it. No? Okay. Well, okay. Number 9. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I'm getting ready to close a show, and the hostess is like, oh, can we keep it open? I just have a few friends who want to order. And I say, oh, you know what? They can order. That's fine. We're just going to close this one tonight because all these ladies really want their jewelry. Just give me your wish list. I'll figure it all out for you. And then when your other friends order, we can do one of two things. You can turn it in as a catalog show and you'll get even more free jewelry. Or you can have like a makeup show or a rain date show. I'll come back, invite over the couple of ladies who couldn't come. Once I always make sure she either has $100 in sales or 3 or 4 friends coming who couldn't come before. And then you either have more sales and you're not killing yourself waiting for this woman for 2 weeks, keeping it open. People are getting annoyed. Anyway, so you either got, you're going to get the same amount whether you do a catalog show or a regular show, but you might get another show, meet some more ladies, and get another booking. So I do that. All right, number 8. I send a letter to my hostess about 2 weeks ahead of time that says her invitations have gone out, and it goes over the bonuses again. Kind of just some tips for her, and I give her 15 to 20 extra flyers, depending on how many people she's invited. If she invited 10, I'm sending her 20 flyers, and I tell her, keep this envelope in your purse. When you're at the grocery store, you see your friend you haven't seen in a couple years, invite her, hand it out. So I do that, and they kind of like it. Sometimes I get there, and the whole pack is sitting right there, but oh well. Sometimes she's like, oh, I'm so glad I had this because I gave it to all the teachers at school. I didn't even think of them. So, all right, number 7. When a hostess says, I don't have any of my friends' addresses, can I just do Facebook or Evite? What I say is, go ahead and send out, email, text, Facebook invite, whatever you want as a save the date. Then on that, say, anybody who wants a cute invitation in the mail that's not a bill, send me your address. I had one girl do this at a show. By the end of checkout, because she booked right away, and she asked me if she could do that. She sent out a text. She had 20 addresses before I left. So they all texted her back. They were excited about coming.
You're going to go over there.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So that's what I do.
Tell me a present for you.
Yeah, a present for you. Number 6, replacements versus exchanges. A replacement is I'm wearing my buckle-up ring and a stone falls out. I want it replaced. I need a new buckle-up ring. Exchange is mostly there's a couple of different ways. It's the hostess got it or a customer got it. I don't really like this. Can I send it back? I'm going to send it back. I'm going to get another item similar in price. If it's a retired item, they don't have it anymore. You can also exchange it if it's broken. Not because I don't like it anymore. I've had it 20 years. It has to be broken. And then there's one other way, or is that it for the exchange? So
ring size.
Ring size. But now you can do it in either place.
Seems so.
Yeah, replacement or exchange, ring size. So I know that can get a little confusing, but just most of the time you're doing replacements with broken pieces. So
the 60 days with the exchange.
Oh yeah, and usually if it's an exchange and they just don't like it, they like it back within they like you to do that within a couple of days. So that's why it's good to do those follow-up calls. They will give you the 60 days, but they don't want a piece out there that they don't know if somebody's worn. I don't really like it. I wore it 2 months ago.
I decided that
it's not working for me. All right. Number 5. If you do deal or no deal and you put extra money or free jewelry money in the purse, there's a couple ways you could do that. Well, you enter it. You can enter it as a half price item in the computer. Let's say I give away a $25 gift card. So what I do is put it in the half price items. And at the end, I'm subtracting $12.50 from her total, right? Does that make sense? Or sometimes, if you don't like math, if you're not Carolyn Bergeron, what you can do is you can just forget about it and pay the taxes for her. What I have said before I got good at the math was if she earned 6 half-price items, I told her she only earned 5 because one had to be my item that I was giving her. You're all looking really confused. We're gonna go on back.
We'll come back.
Next question. So number 4 would be. Oh wait, I have to do these. I have to start with this one. When I set up hostess coaching at the show where I book them. If I'm at Cindy's house for a show, Wendy books a show, I set up her show, I count 3 weeks back, and I set up her hostess coaching. And I write them both down for her on the back of my business card and hand her that, tell her to take a couple catalogs, and tell her I'll call her the day before I'm dropping off. I don't call it hostess coaching. I say, I'm going to drop off your hostess packet. I'll call you the day before and make sure we're still good for that day and time. She knows. I don't have to chase her around calling her. It's wonderful. After I do that, yeah, you have a question?
You said you call them like the day, you said I'll call you the day before and make sure we're good on time.
Yeah, for the hostess coaching. Yeah, and make sure something hasn't come up. She didn't forget about me.
Do you give them the catalogs like right at the end of the party? Here, take these catalogs home.
I
And
do.
then we host
You don't. Some people do. I usually do. Some people don't. Because they're having a show, they want to show their friends, they get excited. So I let them take a catalog home. One of each, or just
I'm sure
we
they
only
can
have
take
one.
a catalog.
Except for Wendy, I don't let her take catalogs. And then within 48 hours, I like to send a quick email to her saying it was nice to meet you. You know, I'll see you on this date. I'll drop off your hostess packet. We're going to have a ton of fun. I'm so excited that you won the $50 gift card. Means more out of my pocket. But, you know, whatever. No. And then after I send the email, I wait a couple more days. I send her a little postcard from Premier Incentives that says, thank you for booking the home show. So I'm in touch with her just real lightly. You know, I don't want to be stalking her, calling, hey, so glad you booked. Hey, I can't wait to drop off your hostess packet. Hey, see you tomorrow. You know, she's sick of me by then. She doesn't want it. So I drop little different ways. And some ladies like to text. Okay, and then, so that was actually number 432. So we ran right through those. Number 1, if you've been to NJO with me, you've heard this, but let me tell you, I've made this mistake in the past year with a friend. Oh, you know what? I gotta run. I know I booked a show. Can I call you? And you're gonna say, yeah, you can call me. And then she walks out with a little mini purse, and you never hear from her again.